Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews, and a very happy Halloween to all of you. Now, I will say there is a problem. I I think it won't take long for you to figure out the problem. I put Halloween film, and it's supposed to be filmed, so I'll have to correct that immediately before a bunch of people give me a bunch of dislikes, which rarely actually happens, which I'm surprised. So, excuse me. Just got home from work, took the kids out trick or treating. Millville always does theirs the Friday that week of Halloween, but we're gonna go out tonight again. So I have a porter here from the Winding Path Brewing Company from Dallastown, Pennsylvania, brewed at the Winridge Farm Brewing Company. So cheers, happy Halloween. Have a safe one. So we're talking about Halloween films. When I say my favorite Halloween films, I want to go over a list, short list of some of the films that I've grown up watching on Halloween, during Halloween. Maybe you guys can check them out. Maybe you can pop them in this year, see what you think. Let me know your thoughts and opinions too as we go along. I just want to do a little Halloween-esque stream for the season, because I don't have a spooky beer or this or that, or I don't have the dungeon set up to be doing one down there, unfortunately. So I just wanted to go over some films quick, kind of have an impromptu one before I head to bed, if you know what I mean. Cheers from OC Cali. Well, cheers to you, Beer Hound. And I remembered I actually broke that 10-barrel glass that I had, sadly, so I don't have that anymore. That I got in Portland, Oregon at the 10-barrel beer brewery. So I have these kind of in section, if you know what I mean. But we're going to go off real quick with some child goodies, because of course, this is Halloween starts off as a child. So I don't have I couldn't grab the some of the DVDs because I have like literally totes and totes and totes of DVDs and VHSs and laser discs. So I couldn't grab. I mean, I literally did this in like the last 10 minutes before I went online. But I would like to say right now, I think this is pretty well known. Quintessentially, the two, I always consider them one movie. I always watch them in succession. Halloween 1 and 2, John Carpenter's 78 and 81. All right, I don't have those. They're in totes somewhere, but let me just get those the elephants in the room out of the way. Fantastic Halloween films. Title, it was supposed to be the babysitter murders, that kind of thing, so it wasn't supposed to be Halloween, but that's what it got labeled as. So I think they're great. I watch them every Halloween, and I watch both because with one, I watch the other. I never watch one and two without one, but every time I watch one, I usually watch two. Let's basically say that. Getting those out of the way, let's move into the kids area. When I started growing up watching movies during Halloween, 1966, of course, The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I have to watch it every year when we're carving the pumpkins. When the kids and I are carving pumpkins, I have to watch it. It's just what it is. The next one right here, I don't know if you can see that. Ernest Scared Stupid. Ernest Scared Stupid is a definitely must for me during the Halloween. Watching Jim Varney, which sadly he passed away, but unfortunately apparently he was a bit of a dick in real life, which is definitely sad when you find out the guys that you think is really funny is kind of an asshole. But Ernest Scared Stupid is definitely a childhood favorite of mine, and I still watch it, and so do my kids, and my kids enjoy it. And it's really nice when your children like the same things that you like. It's pretty happy pappy. The next one is Hocus Pocus, which is 94, I think it is. Hocus Pocus. Oh, and I keep forgetting that I think when you do StreamYard, with this camera, it actually doesn't pick up the background music. Because there's background music playing, but I don't think it's picking it up. But Hocus Pocus, Kathy and Jimmy, Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, ever since I watched it, I remember my sister and I watching, like the up and comings to it, and then after it came out, we watched the the making ofs and stuff. So this has just been a fun film for us growing up ever since we were kids. Like the Halloween Tree, for example, another good one. But it, it coaxed us to going to Salem, Massachusetts twice now, and we had a great time doing it. So definitely every Halloween, watch that. Another one, especially with the girls, with my girls, is Scooby Doo and the Ghoul School. I love this film. I think it's one of the best Scooby Doo films out there. And honestly, well, I can watch this at any point in time, but definitely a Halloween watch with the girls and I. Now let's say boof. Yes, you can kind of hear the music. Well, it's playing the X Files, I believe, right now. But yes, Scooby Doo and the Ghoul School. I really, really enjoy this one. Next one after that, I would have to say Scooby Doo and the Reluctant Werewolf is a really, really great Scooby Doo film. But there are tons and tons and tons of Scooby Doo films, obviously. Not to mention the original series, the 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo, the Friends of Scooby, all that kind of crap. Casey Kasem. There's a little link between me and Casey Kasem. Wah, wah, bang, bang, if you know what I mean. But we won't talk about that right now. Some of you know it, some of you don't. All right. Now, moving on to more of the films that I personally watch by myself, Halloween. All right. Now, I don't think I'm going to expand too many uncharted territories, but I think this merits a little bit of film time. Okay. This one, Werewolf versus the Vampire Woman. Paul Naschy. I think it was at 81. I think it was somewhere around there. Spanish horror, really great film. You could always pick these things up for $1. Uh, Generally, just quality film, really great. I love the feel, the look of the whole film. Definitely worth it. I love watching it during Halloween. Okay, next one up, you gotta get spooked out by some, true story ghost stuff on the Halloween too. So obviously, the Amityville Horror, absolutely fantastic film. Have it on Laserdisc and everything. It's just a really, really great film. Um, so simplistic too. How they do all the demons and stuff in it. It's very simplistic, but very, very effective. Based on a true story, but then they played it up and played it up and played it up as a true story. But then when the owners of the house really wanted to sell the house, they said, "Don't worry about that. We all made that up. It's okay. You can sell the house." But by that time, it was always ingrained in people's minds, and you don't want that house. Now the people are all pissed off that they can't sell it. But is it on them for lying, or is it on them for telling the truth? Who knows? Who knows? I'd go definitely check it out, spend a couple nights in there, and figure that out for myself. 1974, quintessential film. And again, I'm not breaking new ground here. I think you guys have heard most of these films that I'm talking about, but definitely give me your thoughts and opinions of your favorite films to watch during Halloween also after you watch this. But Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974. I also watch this a lot in the summer, like really that dog shit hot parts of summer. I'll pitch this in too. Gives that kind of feel of the time when you're in Texas. But this is a great Halloween film. Absolutely fantastic Halloween film. Another one that I don't have out. It's going to be. I'll say that for a second. The next one, the king of horrors. I mean, just an amazing film in general. 1981, The Evil Dead. I've woken up to this play screen so many times it's stupid. The Evil Dead is an excellent Halloween film for me. I watch it every Halloween basically. Love it. Great. Can't get enough of it and never gets old. For me, now we're going to branch into the idea of party films, films that you play during a party. Also for Halloween films. What we're listening to right now, is a Halloween CD 3-pack. 2 CDs, one of Halloween themes, one of Halloween sound effects, and the third film is a film, Night of the Living Dead, 1968, Evans City, Pennsylvania, George A. Romero and John A. Russo, plus a slew of dedicated, awesome people to make that film possible. That, of course, is the quintessential, as far as I'm concerned, that's the epiphany, the quintessential Halloween film is Night of the Living Dead. And if you really watch a lot of horror movies, you'll see in generally, especially Halloween from 1987, Night of the Living Dead is playing on that TV. So I mean that is really the granddaddy of granddaddies to Halloween films would be Night of the Living Dead, 1986. Also a great party film as well. Getting into more party films, one I will mention, an honorable mention, because I don't have it pulled out right now, is Night of the Demons. Night of the Demons, made in LA back in 84, 80, no, 86, something like that, 86, 87. Great party film, really cool stuff, disgusting, great visual effects, lovely nudity, lots of action, doesn't get boring, great party film. So, perfect. Another one with a little bit of a different trope, I always feel Nosferatu is a beautiful film. I always considered Nosferatu a great party film because you could put it on. It's silent. You're doing your thing, but you're also watching the film half the time. You're not missing anything. And I mean, we've all seen this so much that basically you know what's going to happen. You know what's going on. But I always throw Nosferatu on once a year for Halloween because it's just a fantastic film and a great party film as well. Moving on to the Insane Asylum Factory for party films because that's what you want. Killer Clowns from Outer Space rings a bell for a great party film. I don't put that on every Halloween, but it is a great party film. 976 Evil. That has been a standard for me for party films. If I have a Halloween party film, 976 Evil will be put on at some point in time. It is a great party film. It's one of those ones where you get the plot. It's not too crazy, but at the same time, when things get insane, they get insane, and everyone gets that little sense of craziness and goes right back to the party and does their own thing. So I always consider that a huge party film. Just like this last film, not to be confused with the name Night of the Demons. Night of the Demon, disgustingly chaotic Bigfoot film, talks about Bigfoot rape. This Bigfoot comes in, rips guys in half with, throws them on saw blades, swings their intestines around, beats the living shit out of everybody. Just an absolute fantastic time with a fantastic film with fantastic people at a fantastic Halloween party. I mean, can you really ask for more than that? Already on YouTube, especially some of the British guys, Greg Bowman Beer Reviews and Jake, of course, Jaco Beer, popped up some Halloween videos. Do check them out. They're really well made, especially Jake. Jake is, he always does that editing, blah, 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 with his videos that I can't stand because I can't edit. And I have no intention of editing. And this is why I'm doing this live, because I'm a shill at the industry and I don't know what I'm doing. But I can go live. So definitely check that out, and check back on YouTube because there's a lot of great beer reviewers doing a lot of great fun videos, reviews, the whole deal. And I'm sure that Lee Russell from They Must Be Destroyed Inside a Movie podcast will be having some kind of intermission, lovely Wolfman Jack episode coming up too for Halloween, no doubt. If he doesn't, I'll be surprised. So that's that being said, these films, let me just kind of run back through them. Mentioned Halloween 1 and 2, Night of the Demons, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, honorable mention, the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, Night of the Demons, 976 Evil, Nosferatu, Night of the Living Dead, 1968, The Evil Dead, 1981, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974, The Amityville Horror original. The Werewolf versus the Vampire One, also known as Werewolf Shadow, I believe. Kid films, we have Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown, Scooby Doo and the Ghoul School, Hocus Pocus, and Ernest Scared Stupid. Absolutely. And and you might be surprised I am not mentioning Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't. I know a lot of people get crazy about Nightmare Before Christmas at this time of the year, but really, that's a Christmas film for me. I don't really watch it during Halloween. But I just wanted to give you a little bit of a Halloween special. I wanted to like kind of throw my hat in the ring, you know what I mean? So I do like that the season. The season is probably the best season there is via the year. So and I did get a chance to go out with the kids trick or treating, which I was really happy about. Excuse me. And of course, we're going to be going out tonight again, and I'm dressed as a plague doctor. So I'm escorting them through the streets as a plague doctor, and I was scaring some people, which was always fun, and making others back away from me, which was always fun, and making sure my kids had a safe and wonderful time, which was always fun. So anyway, thanks for joining me. This has been Paul from PABrewNews. Cheers. Bye bye. Watch that finger. Happy Halloween.